Okay, so your daily dose of Idaho 4, Moscow murders, U of I. Now let's get into the next report. This one is from Aaron Morris, and it says on 11/14/2022 at approximately 1100 hours, I responded to 1122 King Road. In regards to follow-up, I took note of who came and went from the scene. ISP detectives, as well as Sergeant Blaker, Detective Vargas, and prosecuting attorneys entered the residence. Blank blank arrived shortly after with her cadaver dogs to attempt and locate a blood trail from the residence. ISP entered the residence at 11:25 hours. Detective Vargas entered at 11:26 hours and left at 12:26 hours. Sergeant Blaker entered at 11:27 hours, exited. Okay, they didn't spell that right. At 11:49 hours. Prosecuting attorney Ashley Jennings and William Thompson entered at 11:30 hours and left at 11:53 hours. PA Jennings re-entered at 1200 hours. Sergeant Blaker entered at 1200 hours with Detective Vargas. Blank arrived with her canine at 13:16 hours. They all remained in the area until 14:21 hours. Everyone cleared the scene and the residence was secured again at 14:21 hours. I stood by the scene for security until relieved. I cleared the residence at 1600 hours when Officer Rosinski relieved me. Okay, so nothing new there. Let's move on to the next one. Now this is Jacob Tesdall's take. Now it says plainclothes detail victim sighting. On November 12, 2022, at approximately 2100 hours, I began an overtime shift for a plainclothes detail on the University of Idaho campus and related areas. This patrol was for minors in possession consumption of alcohol, along with other alcohol/drug offenses. During this patrol, I and the other officer with me, Officer Rosenthal, interesting, only had our body-worn cameras. We were operating out of the Moscow Police Department Ford Fusion, which I drove throughout the entire detail. This particular department vehicle did not have a dash camera or any other recording device. My street time conducting the plainclothes detail concluded at 03:52 hours on November 13, 2022. During this detail, Officer Rosenthal and I made several patrols through the area of King Street and Queen Road. During each patrol of the area, we traveled on the north side of 500 Queen Road heading east. We wrapped around the building heading south on the east side, then west, and then south side of the complex. We then traveled north on the west side, turned west on Queen Road, and proceeded to King Street. During one of the patrols in this area, while approaching the southwest corner of 500 Queen Road, I recall seeing a darker colored vehicle with taillights on. This vehicle was parked facing south on the south side of the parking lot toward the west end. There was a short section of the parking lot which extended to the west of 500 Queen Road, south of 112 King Street, which was where the vehicle was. Each time we patrolled this area, I drove the same route during the final patrol, which to the best of my recollection was between 0200 and 0300 on November 13, 2022. As we traveled north on the west side of the apartment complex, I saw several individuals approaching the residence at 1122 King Street. During this detail, I was looking for alcoholic beverages, open alcoholic containers, and individuals who appeared to be intoxicated. I observed the individuals as I drove past, but did not see any reason to contact them for our related patrol. I recall my view of the individuals being obstructed by vehicles and brush on the east side of the parking lot for the 1122 King Street. The individuals were walking close a vehicle which was parked in the northeast corner of the lot. As I turned onto Queen Road and traveled west, I continued to view the individuals. From my recollection, there were at least 2 individuals, possibly 3. I recall one of the individuals having blonde hair. I do not recall exactly how many individuals there were, what they were wearing, or other details as I quickly looked for beverages in their hands and whether they were staggering from intoxication. He would have seen Maddie, because she was staggering like crazy that night. Since we made several patrols through the area, I cannot say with 100% confidence I saw the vehicle on the same path as I saw the individuals. Upon review of my radio history, I contacted 3 individuals at Blank Taylor Avenue at 02:55 hours. To the best of my recollection, this was after exiting King Street after seeing the individuals at 1122 King Street. We cleared this contact at 0:30 0332. This was one of the officers from the Banfield footage, not Rosenthal. Rosenthal's the one that took the picture of Kaylee's ID, but the other one. Interesting that he says he saw a suspicious vehicle as well as kids in front of the 1122 King home that night. But if he saw Maddie, he would have noticed that she was literally so drunk she couldn't even keep her balance. We saw it at the grub truck, so he would have noticed that. So was it her or Kaylee?